से इंटरेस्टेड नहीं रहता ये लोग क्यों करवाते हैं समझ नहीं आता।
कहाँ पर आए आप?
हाँ?
NPTEL में?
हाँ।
बच्चे कहाँ के हैं ये?
अच्छा
कौन से कॉलेज से है?
क्या पता कौन रजिस्टर किया।
कौन सा कोर्स है ये?
इंटरैक्टोमिक्स करके।
अच्छा
इंटरैक्टोमिक्स।
इंटरैक्टिव इंटरैक्टोमिक्स क्या है? बायो में लेकिन है
ये इंटरेक्शन होता है ना बायोमोलिक्यूल्स का, जो एक दूसरे से इंटरेक्ट करते हैं। वो कैसे करते हैं, प्रोटीन ड्रग्स के साथ कैसे इंटरेक्ट करता है।
मैंने 11th 12th में पढ़ा है ये ग्लूकोज के डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन स्ट्रक्चर होते हैं और
वो तो इसमें वो बायोमोलिक्यूल्स केमिस्ट्री में।
हाँ ग्लूकोज और उसके बाद एक और एमिनो एसिड भी बना है। अभी मैं यही देखेंगे ग्लूकोज के दो और बहुत सारे एक्टर होते हैं। तुम सोच एक ग्लूकोज होता है बहुत बोरिंग लगता है। आपका बैकग्राउंड कहाँ से है? आपका बैचलर कहाँ से है? आपका स्कूल वगैरह तो आप सीबीएसई बोर्ड में थे या बंगाल बोर्ड में?
था।
आपका एयरस्पेस भी बायो में था क्या?
मैं एक्चुअली उसका प्रिपेयर कर रहा था ना। हाँ
कहीं आपने कोचिंग वगैरह किया था या
ज़्यादा देर खुद से ही कर रहा था, लास्ट में वो आकाश में गया था।
सोचा था भी अपना ट्वेल्थ कौन सी ईयर का था?
2015
15 में था। मेरा 16 में था। मेरा 16 में था।
2016।
हाँ मैं एक तरह का ड्रॉप किया था तो एक
फोर 40 से बोलना चालू कर दूंगा। यार झमेला है ना ये, लेकिन एक तरीके से ठीक है, नहीं तो बहुत फिर पढ़ाने जाओ ये जाओ मुझे।
नहीं फोन दिखता है नहीं दिखता है
तो पूरा कंप्लीट हो जाता है।
मैं आपको 12 वीक में कितना रहता है कितनी बार
2 to 24 आवर।
क्योंकि तो आपको एक 12 था एक 12 में 2 करने पड़ेंगे।
आप पिछले बार भी 2 हुई था ना, पिछले सेमेस्टर में भी। $48 इनफ है ना।
कौन है प्रोफेसर कहाँ का ये?
मेरा ही गाइड
यहाँ पर फिर आपको टीएनडीटी करना है
कहाँ पे?
बॉम्बे में।
हाँ वो मेरे गाइड के जितने भी कोर्स करवा दो।
तो आप अपनी गाइड का NPTEL वाला भी कर रहे हो और वहाँ के जो आए के बॉम्बे में होती तो वो भी वहाँ BA है क्या बायो में? BSc है?
MSc MTech।
तो ये वहाँ पे भी कराते हैं क्या इंटरएटॉमिक्स?
मेरा गाइड के टोटल 4 मुख्य कोर्स थे, 4
यहाँ आए थे
4 मुख्य कोर्स थे।
यार हूँ हो गया ना टाइम? और डबल डबल फोन रखते हो या फिर कंटिन्यू या फिर अपने हर जगह क्या कंटिन्यू के आईफोन
तो कंटिजेंसी में आईफोन थोड़ा मिलता है।
या फिर लैपटॉप नहीं है ना?
हाँ लैपटॉप देगा, फोन तो देगा।
कौन सा है ये?
12
कितना पुराना है?
2021 में लिया था। नहीं एक्चुअली क्या हो गया था ना, ये मेरा फ़ोन ख़राब हो गया
अच्छा
तब इसके बाद मैंने ये ले लिया था। लेकिन क्या इशू आ गया ना कि ये ट्रांसफ़र करने में और ये इसमें सिंगल सिम वो ई सिम नहीं हो रहा था। मतलब इसमें सिंगल स्लॉट है और ई सिम करना है, उसमें इशू आ रहा है। और मेरा वो सिम में क्या नाम है, एक में तब नेट भरा हुआ था 1 साल का जियो वाला, एक में मेरा वो बैंक के मैसेज वगैरह OTP वगैरह आते हैं। तो इस चक्कर में मैं इसको खरीदने के बाद वो ये क्या नाम है, ये अचानक से खुद ब खुद किधर कैसे आ गया जो भी हो। तो ये वाला मेरे को ठीक करवाना भी पड़ा और तब से 2 फ़ोन रह गए। अरे यार ठीक है चलो हो जाती है। जब मैं अभी देखो काम में आ गया, एक फ़ोन में लेकर गया, एक में ऑन करके इसको छोड़ के गया था हॉटस्पॉट ऑन करके। ठीक है रख लेता हूँ अभी। अब ये भी उसके बाद से डिस्टर्ब नहीं कर रहा है, तभी करता था। तो मैं सोचा इसको बेकार, फिर मैं चलो ठीक है इसका भी मैं यूज़ कर लूँगा फॉर पिक्चर्स वगैरह। कोई ज्वाइन नहीं करता, वैसे बोलना इज़ वेरी डिफिकल्ट ना, ऐसे रैंडमली बोलना पड़ेगा।
हाँ तुम्हारी घर में रख दिया करो
मेरा लाइव स्ट्रीम कर देता यूट्यूब में।
अपने स्क्रीन रिकॉर्डिंग देख लिया करो और लाइव स्ट्रीम के टाइम वो रिकॉर्डिंग ऑफ कर दो।
हाँ
बेटा हमारे एक प्रोफेसर जो मेरे गाइड थे ना वो ऑनलाइन लेक्चर में यही करते थे। जब ये ऑनलाइन क्लास होता था वो अपना पुराना रिकॉर्डिंग चला देते थे और आपके 5 मिनट कोई डाउट है वो भी गायब हो जाते थे। आपने 5 मिनट में वो फिर रिकॉर्डिंग
बोलता रहता हुआ मन तो नहीं करता वैसे ही। So welcome to the third week live session for the course of Introduction to Interactomics. So just let me know if you have any doubt before we begin. So today, as we have gone through the lecture, so what we have seen that we have so this week we mostly covered is the high density nucleic acid. So we have so this week mostly content comprises of high density NAPA arrays. So actually, what I think you have all gone through the lecture, and we have also discussed about the different how NAPA has helped for different studying different interactions and helped us to know like different post-translation modifications as well as different biomolecular interactions and the drug protein interactions, etc. Without having to print so has helped us in not going into that much struggle with the expressing protein then purifying protein to the using the cell based systems and then trying to see those, whereas in the NAPA in the cell free based expression level we can just print those in the arrays and can so with all this with just using a printing those DNAs and just passing on to the expression systems for the transcription and the translation and all the necessary things to print those proteins into that array and to capture using a particular antibody that can be your anti-GST or this thing anti-GST or anti-flag, so you can capture those proteins and then you can just treat at the expression level, and then you need to perform the different quality control arrays using picogreen staining or this thing. So I think you have seen that how it can be easily done, but the thing is that since there were issues uh, uh, related to the printing and related to the studying those proteins in that particular thing, and that you have I think in the lecture you have seen that the diffusion particular place to another place leads you to the uh, difference in the intensities which are not biological, rather technical or experimental errors. So to overcome this very high density nucleic acid HT NAPA platform have been used. So here this is one news article that have showed that how high density NAPA arrays or high density nucleic acid programmable protein arrays platform can be installed at your thing. So here you can see that advanced piezoelectric printing instrument to help you to target and functionalize batches of SNW devices with thousands of unique protein coding DNA reagents, then assay apparatus to fill and seal your SNW devices with bulk diffusion free protein synthesis. So the major problem was that the proteins used to get diffused to nearby wells, and that would lead to a reduction in your property. And then is used for biomarker identification, drug target, protein interactions. So this allows you to set up serum samples greater than 20,000 biomarkers. So this is actually a news article that has showed about how useful it can be. So so these are the some of those uh, papers that came out around that high density diffusion free non-viral arrays, antiviral antibody profiling by high density protein arrays. So this I think I'd like to stress upon this methods paper, which shows about your identification of antibody biomarker using high density nucleic acid programmable protein array. Okay, so this is one which has given you in detail the protocol, that how you can set up your experiment using high density nucleic acid programmable protein array. So using that you can easily identify, easily make up experimental setup, the materials required, and then can finally look at the things. So here you can see that implementation of your antibody biomarker using high density NAPPA array. So you will get here all the details required. So I have just tried to give you in brief that to know about, so that design an experiment which can be used to for your particular understand the interactions of your particular biomolecules of interest, that can be protein interactions, protein drug interactions, or anything. So you can go through it. So this is your materials. This is a book chapter, identification of your antibody biomarker using high density nucleic acid programmable protein array. So I am just echoing once again. So if you have any doubt, just let me know. So here you can check. So this book chapter, if you go through it, I think you would be able to know. So I'll just brief that what are the different materials and how you can set up the experiments, so that you can much is the process, and after that how satisfactory the results, how satisfactory you can get your results in a very robust and high reproducible manner, so that you can get easily know uh, about the thing, and you also won't be and you also would be uh, amazed to see that how beautifully this experiments you can design, and then you can get the results you wanted, and then finally you can go ahead with it. So here you can see that you can prepare all the solutions using, you need to have ultra pure water at 25 degc prepared by purified deionized water, analytical grade level, stored reagents as conditions. So firstly you need to create have those conditions storage, then after that which we will be using for further things. So here what you can see is that for the HD NAPPA, so the major difference between NAPPA and HD NAPPA, so I'll just reiterate it once, that if you are not clear about what is your difference between NAPPA and your HD NAPPA. So NAPPA here is that one protein is printed at one spot, but for HD NAPPA is your high definition. So here what is high density, what is happening here is that in high density is that 5 proteins are printed on your particular well, and then so that and then your thing is measured, that and then after that this from a certain spot you get the intensity, then you place that 5 points, and then you try to do it, then you try to search it, so that what you get is that from which particular protein you have got the uh, you have got your uh, uh, intensity to where your biomolecule is in that particular protein. Hello. Okay, so with which particular synthesis is coming? So because it was showing up the diffusion region and all, there were the problems with the intensity. So this high density thing helped in getting the reproducible chips and a good correlation between interchip and the interchip. So these are the materials. One is the running buffer required, 10x PBS. Then you can add, you need to, how we will make, so this is a common way of making PBS. Then you need to have an assay running buffer, 0.2 PBST, which is generally for your washing. So 18 upper. So I think if you can correlate with your Western blot or ELISA, where you will need your running buffers, your blocking buffers, washing buffers, so mostly like this only it is required. Then your pre-expression blocking buffer. So these are required because you are printing on a chip. You need to block those places where there is no protein or this thing. So you need to have your blockage. Then you will have blocking in your dilution buffer. Just 5% skim milk in 0.2% PBST. This will be your blocking buffer. Okay, so this is then cold water bath draw, in vitro transcription and translation, coupled protein expression reagent solution, and then silicon slides, 4-chamber tray, etc. Plastic tray, water bath. So I am just repeating once again. So if you have any doubt, just feel free to ask. Okay, so this is one thing. Then is your then you have water bath with temperature controller, and then what you need to have your is enough for protein array expression setup, where you need to express for your particular protein. So you need to have expression fill and seal apparatus and experimentals. IVT filling into nanovels, sealing with a polymorphism expression protein. The fill and seal apparatus includes two parts. One is your window part and a base part that sandwich a polymer film and silicon slide in the middle. So one your film seal apparatus window part is your customized transparent plastic window with an aluminum molder. There are one inlet, port, output. So it means it just to store, means fix that window part at a particular place. So for this reason it is used. Then you need to like this, where you will held your nanowell. So this you can do it by just etching out the silicon material. So you can just etch it out, and then you will create your particular wells. Then your is that fill and seal apparatus base part, which you can see that this is just the instrumentation part where you need to for you set up your thing for expressing your proteins. So here in this chapter you can get in the detail if you want to know and identify the things. So here is your base part. Then you have the polymer film required to fill in those leakages. And then you need to have a concealer which will seal your wells. So they require your two-way valves, and the other end attaches to your pressure or the vacuum supply end. Then you have the copper tube, the scaling liquid, and attaches to the window parts inlet port. So this copper tube will be filled with the sealing liquid, that is your concealer, for sealing the nano well with the polymer film. So your wells will now get filled with your polymer film. Then you need to tighten that whole setup and inlet port. Then you need to add your glycerol, and this will help you to hold down the silicon slide in the base part, and then it will help you in the fill and seal apparatus. Then it will provide the nitrogen for sealing liquid night injection. Then it will so then you will need a vacuum pump to and then be a wide burst disc. So here you will get all the details of whatever you require for setting up this particular experiment. Then window, inlet port, scaling plug, set valve, inlet collection tube, injection setup, 500 microliter syringe,